As a former WHCC club captain, what is the hardest part of club captaincy?
Yep, former captain. You're right. Done that bit, done my bit. Name's still not on the board in the clubhouse. If the new committee could look into that, that'd be great. But the hardest part of being a captain, you could just say it in one word: groundsman. Groundsman.
Matthew Perrott or Gareth Pike?
Pikey or Perrott, two stalwarts of the club in days gone by, two founder members of the Tosspots and the Zoo. But I'm going to have to go with Pikey on this one, simply because he's invited me to two weddings and Perrott's languishing behind on just one.
What's the favourite WHCC game you've been involved in?
Favourite ever game? I tell you, a great one was last year. You'll remember it, Dave. Second 11, Chepstow at home. We were 80 for 8, but thanks to Webby, Paul, and Jack Rowlands, we chased down 160. But I made a duck, so you can't really have that as your favourite game, can you? And you were the captain as well. So I'm going to go with Monkswood away, 1998. Let's go back to the 90s. 4th 11, my second ever senior game, and I made 48 not out to bring it home for us.
Who are your WHCC role models in the earlier days of your cricketing career?
Who were my role models in the club when I was growing up? Right, I'm going to go for two guys here that when I was 17, 2002, we went on tour down to Torquay. The second night, I think it was, these two people spiked my ciders with vodka. I ended up being sick on the landlord's car, led a conga around the pub, and the next day just slept on the boundary, and legend has it that I did stop a 4 going past. That was all thanks to Gilly, Gareth Hill, and an old overseas pro of ours, John Beattie. So when I was back then, they were the people I wanted to be, but not so much anymore.
If you were stuck in self-isolation with 3 WHCC players, who would you pick and why?
If I had to be in self-isolation with 3 WHCC members, first one's easy. Most would say it'd be Donk. First met him when we were 4 years old, and he was only 5'9" then, so that was a long time ago. Then I'm going to pick Chairman Bishop, just so you can have some proper conversation from time to time. And finally, I think I'm going to go with the senior pro, Graham Goddard, because self-isolation or not, you can guarantee Sunday night he's getting the kebabs in for everyone, so we won't go hungry.
What's the funniest thing you've seen on a cricket field?
Funniest thing I've seen on a cricket pitch. I'm going to be probably continue a theme here and go for somebody that's been mentioned a couple of times, as Kieran Locke. But my recollection of him once, he was coming in the ball, and as he got to the crease, he just forgot how to bowl and just chucked it down the other end, and then turned around as if nothing had happened, and we were all just on the floor laughing.
Is it true that you were once a bowler?
Is it true I used to be a bowler? Well, not used to be, Dave. I still am. If you give me the opportunity last year a couple of times, instead of bowling yourself at 10 and 11 to try and get your average down for the end of the season, to give yourself a little award or something, then we could have proven that, couldn't we? So yes, I used to bowl more often. 4 overs, 3 maidens, 2 for 2 at UNE and Corntown under 15s. Says all we need to know, really.
So if you could bring back one ex-player, who would it be?
If I could bring back one ex-player, who would it be? I can call this one a toss-up between 2 former Tosspots. Dave Brooks, who used to bring us, we used to get free cake from him every week. We were the best club in the league for cakes. Or Matt Perrott. I think I'm probably going to go with Perrott, just because every club needs a hard-working cricketer like Matt.